Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, here at the 2020 East-West Shrine Bowl with Rhode Island wide receiver Aaron Parker. I appreciate you taking time, man.
Appreciate it. I appreciate you having me.
Well, you know what? This wasn't possible a few years ago, but Rhode Island has turned around that program. You guys have been competitive. You guys have been winning big games, and now you have two guys here at the East-West Shrine Bowl.
Yes, sir.
Talk about that process from going from perennial doormats in the CAA to now where you guys are competitive, competing for the playoffs under Coach Jim Fleming.
Right. So, I came in my freshman year, knowing what I was getting myself into, like you said, a losing program, and I was going there to, build this program and, leave a legacy there for the people that's coming behind me, because, it's going to be there regardless if I'm gone or not. So, it was a good process. We all bought in. We call ourselves the 2020 class. So, we had a chip on our shoulder coming in, like we playing right away, things of that nature. So, it was a great process, just learning the game of football, just putting our all, going out there and working our tails off in practice, just to change this legacy of Rhode Island football to be a better winning program.
You guys did a great job in that regard. And I look at how you guys competed. Three positions I think are the most stressful on the football field: quarterback, kicker, and number one wide receiver.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
you could perform each and every game.
Yes, sir.
How were you able to battle through that, fight through that, to be able to perform when everyone was focused on stopping you?
Right, and I just I love the hype, and I just love the competition about everybody talking about me, and we got to stop this guy. That just gives me a drive to just work that much harder. But it's not only the physical part of it. You got to do your research on how the cornerback is going to play you, how this defense is going to play, where they're going to be blitzing. So you could get more open like that when the team is keying in on you and things like that. So
Well, that's the part I like about your game, because everyone talks about the physical part. I got to get better, I got to get stronger, faster. But you look like you study a lot, because when you go out there on tape, you're winning versus man, you're winning versus zone. They really can't create a coverage to defend you. How much work goes into what you do out there on Saturdays?
Oh, most definitely. You got to be in the film room every day. Even not even the mandatory film with the position coach. You got to go in there by yourself, or while you in your room, just to watch little techniques, just because that will get you open just that much more. Just the slight things. It pays off.
You look at the position, and a lot of people think it's a finesse position. I look at you play the game and look at it being a tough position.
Right.
But how physical you are, how your tough mentality carries out there on the field. Where does that toughness come from, and why is it important to be tough out there on the perimeter?
Well, in high school I played quarterback and linebacker, so I got that linebacker grit in me. So I'm not scared to come across the middle, fearless across the middle, not scared to take a little bit of contact here and there. Another big thing about being tough out there is everything not gonna come your way. So in that position you just got to live with it, and even though you're going down the field, you got to make them blocks, because you never know, that dude could fall off and tackle your running back or receiver. That play could have sprung for a touchdown rather than a 20 or 30-yard gain.
I look at you guys, and I'm just impressed with the work that you guys put in and how it showed out there on the field. We cover a lot of FCS football, and I know about your game, but for those that may not know about your game, which game would you point to and say, hey, check this game out because it shows everything that I bring to the table?
I would say Delaware game at home this year. I was out there making a lot of plays, but not also. I think one of the biggest plays in that game was in the third overtime when Amir Dorsey caught a pitch pass, and he running out, and I told him right before the play, hey, come behind me, I'm gonna lead you into the end zone. And so I got the big block, and we ended up scoring, but unfortunately we lost that game. But that was one of the bigger plays in the game for me.
They tell you how much you love the game with how you work without the football.
Exactly.
And that was a great example of that. I'm glad you chose that, because that's the one I was gonna go with too.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you taking time, man. Wish you the best luck.
Appreciate it. Thank you.